Hello all, I'm Dr. Saeed Azwar Hussain Rizvi, and today's topic is equation of motion, Euler's equation and derivation of Bernoulli's equation through Euler's equation. So first of all we'll discuss equation of motion. Here you can see that by according to Newton's second law of motion, we know that the net force acting on a fluid element in any direction s will be equal to the multiplication of its mass and the acceleration in the direction in which the fluid is moving, and mathematically it is shown by Fx equals to m into ax, where m is the mass and ax is the acceleration in x direction. We know that in the fluid flow there are certain forces that are present, and there are five type of forces that are present in the fluid flow. Firstly, it is gravitational force, second is the pressure force, third is the viscosity force, fourth is the turbulence, and fifth is the force due to turbulence. These are the five forces that are acting on the fluid in fluid flow. So the net force is given by Fx equals to Fg plus Fp plus Fv plus Ft plus Fc. It is summation of all the five forces that are acting during the fluid flow. If we consider that the force due to compressibility is negligible, then Fc will be equals to 0, and the equation will then become Fx equals to Fg plus Fp plus Fv plus Ft, and this equation is known as Reynolds equation of motion. When the flow is free, and it is free from turbulence, so we can neglect the turbulence force, and thus this equation is known as Navier-Stokes equation. And finally, if the viscous force is also assumed to be 0, then the equation that is obtained with only gravitational and pressure force is known as Euler's equation of motion. Next we will discuss the Euler's equation of motion. The Euler's equation of motion is basically due to the force of gravity and the pressure that are taken under consideration during the flow of the fluid. And we can see that in this image, we can see that lamina is considered, and this is the direction of flow of the fluid. At one end of the section, the pressure is the pressure force is PdA, and on the other end it is P plus del P upon del S ds dA, as it is the function of space. And we also consider that there is a some weight of the fluid, and it will also influence the fluid flow. So basically these 3 points shows that the force that are acting on the cylindrical element are, first of all, it is the pressure force PdA in the direction of flow. Second is the pressure force P plus del P del S upon del S into ds whole multiplied by dA in opposite direction to flow of and thirdly it is the element weight element, that is rho g dA ds. If we consider that the flow is in the direction theta and with the line of action, and we will consider this angle as theta. Here this is theta, so the resultant force will be equals to the force that is acting on the fluid, and it will be equals to m into A, and m is given by rho dA ds into acceleration as in the direction s. So these are the three forces that we have considered here: first one, second one, and third one that we have described earlier here. As we know that acceleration is derivative of time, and it depend upon time, and it is a function of distance and time. So we will have this equation. It is, as it is a function of space that is distance, and time. Thus the equation for acceleration will be del v upon del s ds upon dt plus del v upon dt. And since the flow is steady, that means there is no change in the velocity, therefore del v upon del t will be equals to 0, and hence the acceleration will be del v upon del s. So we'll substitute this value of acceleration in equation 6.2 and we will get this value here, minus of del p upon del s ds dA minus rho g dA ds cos theta equals to d rho dA ds into dv upon ds. By dividing both sides by rho ds dA, we will get this equation. And we also know that the weight is acting at an angle of theta. So we will resolve cos theta, and it will be based upon hypotenuse, and it will be dz upon ds, and we will place the value of cos theta here. So we will get the value 1 upon rho dp upon ds plus g dz upon ds plus v dv upon ds equals to 0. On simplification, we will get the final value as this: dp upon rho plus g dz plus v dv equals to 0, and this is the equation of motion. Thank you.